And then last one for you. Another reason why people sometimes push back at NFL films, being embedded in coverage is because they don't want to make it seem like they're searching for the spotlight. Again, I, take the approach because I know you guys, and I know that you are, again, 1,000% documentarians first, right? And also making sure that everyone knows that they're comfortable being mic'd up and that you're not the enemy. But you are providing everyone insight, and that's why I love it. But some people might think that, hey, I did an NFL Films thing and I'm seeking the spotlight, and that seems to be the issue with season 2 of Quarterback right now. I don't know if that's your bailiwick as well. I'm just assuming. What is your, where are you on that front right now? It seems like some quarterbacks just say it's not the right time for me or anything like that on that remarkable series, by the way, on Netflix.
Remarkable. I mean, it seems like it. I will admit I don't have I've been so wrapped up in Hard Knocks, I don't know what the status is of the quarterbacks for season 2. I do know that, when people push back, we have the best argument you can have, which is, well, Patrick Mahomes did it and he won the Super Bowl, so what are you worried about? I think
it's the ultimate.
I think you can use it or not use it how you want. It reminds me of the story when Steve Sable first went to shoot a training camp. It wasn't Hard Knocks. It was 1968. It was with Vince Lombardi. And he only had film for a day, so he shot Packers camp, for one of our highlight films, doing a film on Vince Lombardi. And at the end of the day, Vince Lombardi said, "Steve, I want you to come back tomorrow." And Steve said, I can't. I shot all the film today. I'm heading back. And Vince said, "My team practiced harder today than they have all camp because that camera was running. I want you back tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow." And, of course, what's Steve going to say? Okay, I'll be there. So the next day he came and just acted like he was filming with no film in the camera.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Absolutely. It's the truth. Just so Vince Lombardi could get his team a little more cognizant that eyes are watching. You know what? People are going to watch this, and are you going to be slacking off, or are you going to practice hard? And that's what I mean, where I think people can use it or not use it in different ways. For the Jets, and I think maybe quarterback, I'm not sure, but certainly for the Jets, you're going to have a season where you will be under the microscope. And if you get to the playoffs where you want to go, boy, there's going to be a lot of cameras.
Yeah.
So I think what they're doing is sort of embracing that and saying, okay, that's what it's going to be. Let's get used to it. Let's get used to those couple extra cameras at practice, because if we're going to be who we want to be, we need to learn to operate, whether there's film in the camera or not, whether people are watching or not. We need to always feel like we're operating at our best. And, I think of Vince Lombardi all the time when I think of that.
That's an amazing story. I thought, Ken, you were going to say, the end of that story was like, well, Steve found a way to get film all the way to Packers camp, and by horseback or and the answer was he just pulled a gambit on Vince Lombardi, or did Vince
No, I think Vince was in on the joke.
Oh,
Vince
he was.
Knew that there was no film. The players didn't know. And Vince said, "I don't care whether there's film in the camera or not. Just point it at them because we're going to practice better." So Steve stood there like a dope all practice, acting like the camera was going, and he didn't have any film, and the players practiced harder. And Vince was smart enough to use that, and I know plenty of coaches that play those sort of mind games of, hey, how can I get a little more out of the players?
It's a good thing Bart started and asked to check the dailies, huh, Ken?
He didn't have approval over the cut back then. We didn't.
Vince had final cut. Clearly.
That's right. Vince, yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.